Welcome to the upper gun platform here at Fort Mackinac. My name is Niall. I'm joined up here by Tom, and we're going to be showing you how to properly clean, load, prime, and fire this Model 1841 6-pound smoothbore field gun. Now, for those of you who are on the tour, I'm sure Ted explained all about this cannon, so we're going to get right down into the firing and show you how exactly that works. And now to fire a salute charge here, like they would have been doing back in the 1880s, they'd send two soldiers up here. One of them would take a leather patch, just like I have right here on my thumb, and use this to cover up the touch hole. This is called thumb stalling, and it prevents any air from getting into the rear of the cannon, and it makes the cleaning process much more efficient for Tom. The first tool that he has there is called a gunner's worm, or an auger. It's sort of a double corkscrew device on the end of a pole that he's going to run down and use to try and grab out any debris that might be left over down there from our last shot. Now, this is important because if that debris is allowed to build up, it might eventually clog up our cannon, causing a misfire. And more importantly, if there are sparks or embers sitting down on that debris, we need to remove those before we load in any more gunpowder. Now, the next tool that Tom will use is called the wet swab. You see him dunk it in a bucket of water. He's going to run that down the barrel as well. Now, this is also designed to extinguish any sparks that might still be lingering down there. Not only will the water help with that, but with my thumb stalling, Tom has actually forced out all of the air. So, that creates a vacuum, so there's no oxygen down there in the back of the barrel, and therefore there's nothing for those sparks to burn. So now it should be safe to load in our gunpowder charge, which is about 3 ounces of black powder for you folks here today, wrapped in that somewhat historically inaccurate aluminum foil. Now, in the 1880s, they would have been using about a 10-ounce salute charge wrapped in a cloth bag, but that does tend to send little flaming bits of cloth down onto Marquette Park, and they really don't like us to do that here today, so we use that aluminum foil as a safety feature. Another safety feature is this curved ramrod, which you'll notice allows Tom to stand well off to the side as he's running that charge down to the back of the barrel. So now our cannon is loaded and we're ready to move it forward into the firing position. And Tom can step around to the rear of the cannon to begin the priming process. We'll do this first by taking out a brass spike. He's going to run that down the touch hole right where I had my thumb, and that will tear open the aluminum foil around our charge to give access to a friction primer. Now, this is the device that's actually going to set our cannon off today. It's just a little brass tube full of gunpowder. It's got a friction-sensitive chemical on one end, kind of like the head of a match, and a pin through that. So when he pulls out on that pin, it strikes through that friction-sensitive chemical, creating a spark, just like striking the head of a match, and that ignites the gunpowder in the tube, sending a little jet of flame down onto our main charge. Now, they're extremely reliable little devices. They allow us to fire our cannons in all kinds of weather conditions, so it doesn't matter if it's very windy or very wet up here. They're completely waterproof and self-contained. That makes them extremely reliable. So now we are just about ready to fire our cannon here today, but I'm going to need everyone's help for this. So when I put my hand up, I want everyone to shout, "Ready!" We're going to do a practice first.
Ready!
Oh, you're going to need to be a lot louder than that. Tom's been firing a lot of cannons up here. His hearing's not what it used to be. So we're going to try that one more time.
Ready!
That's better. And then when I bring my hand down, you're going to shout "Fire!" just as loud. All right, so this time we're going to do it. So everyone is ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Ready! Fire!
All right, so there's a cannon salute for everyone here today.
No, I didn't.
Now, if anyone is interested, our next demonstration will be a concert of civilian and military music that will be taking place back down on the parade